changing. That's right, Accept is ramping his way up, as is Class. These were 2 players in the top 10, now breaking for top 5. They want more of the cake. They want bigger pieces, and they want to eat it too. Right here, right now. On the wide shot, though, no one is king of height. Everyone is going to have to battle it out. Accept here is going for the 15-second big chug heal off play. He's trying to get as much HP as possible, approaching the last end game. This is probably the final time he's going to be able to do it. On the other side, though, Class behind the wall, steps out, and yes, eats one up right there, just like that. The big follow-up, the third elim, and the shockwave launcher to follow him in, but it might have been a misplay. He has to bounce his way back in. Up to the high ground he goes, and he is out of material. So what is he going to do now with only 1 play left? It's to go up. It's the challenge high ground. He sends someone flying, and yes, they go out into the lobby, into the storm. And now Class has to do more, though. It's a battle against the grappler. Can he do it? Yes! He follows up the monster shotgun shot. And he still has more. He jumps down onto another player. Oh my gosh, he is tearing it up now, Ozzy. It's back-to-back eliminations here. And he is clearly in first. And if he can close out, he'll continue to hold the lead.
He's on high ground, a 1v1v1 with Calc and Accept. Accept on the low ground, who used that Mythic Chug Jug late game to get him to this point. He falls to Calc. Calc 1v1, but are we going to see the Mythic Charge Shotgun come into play? The Mythic Shockwave, he does. Class gets the elimination onto Calc, but that is a big game for Calc. And Class on 38 points, someone that we were talking about a little bit, was just outside that top 10, and he is very, very much at the top now.
From 20th after game 1 to 3rd coming into game 3, and then in game 3 with a victory royale, and a strong victory at that. Don't worry though, boys, we're going to be sending it over to Zeke Sundown. I believe Bala, who's still up on the table right now, to break down that action for us, because that game was phenomenal.
Bro, it was, in fact, a lot of action finally kicking up. And, of course, action has been happening. You know how I am, though. Here, great win there from Class, ending on the 38 points. This is going to shake up the leaderboard quite a bit. Now, gentlemen, we do have to take a look at the standings, as we are now wrapping up halfway point here in NA East. We've only got 3 games left to go. And Class right now, he's making a strong running for that first place spot.
I mean, not just a strong running for it, he's secured it. As Monster talked about, his placements have been so absurdly good. 20th in the first game, but then after that, 3rd place with 2 elims, and then following it up with the Victory Royale in 6 elims, pushing him 3 points clear of Coop right now, 5 points clear of Accept. And honestly, the story has been about those 3.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, you already mentioned the average placements for all of them. It's so close. It's so tight. Right around 10th place is where they're placing pretty much every game. But that also comes... The Roller is a player who will go on the opposite of that. He'll have so often, and that gives them the opportunity to really catch up if there's an opportunity, like we saw in game 2 where Blake fell after winning that first one.
Yeah, now you can see we flip on over here to the next page. Jelty, Azures, Not Builds, built by Gamers AJ, Illis, Nobu Tragics, Vanish, Jock Hugh, OT Polarized, Energy Ronaldo, and FaZe Dubs rounding out the top 20. That's 19 points there. Don't forget the lead currently is 38, and there is 3 games remaining. So Calc, even with that second place performance, only up to 24th right there. It's going to take another big game, but nobody's quite out of it yet, with still half of the competition to be played.
Man, I'm waiting for that tonal shift. I'm waiting, like, you can already tell it's so tense in NA East. Everyone's just, like, holding on. They're hoping to not misstep. And you could tell in the way that they're all playing. You could see that. You could feel that.
Yeah, you really can. I mean, these guys are all putting it out there. They're playing with passion. They're really making it so that every single game they try their best to get to that end game. There's certainly players that I'm seeing do that, because we saw Kaz in a little bit. Coop as well has been dominating, clutching, and making sure that every last second is spent for him in getting eliminations.
Yeah, and of course, there's a lot of action happening here in NA East, but don't forget, this is a global competition. We actually have the results from Brazil, so let's take a look at those to crown a new FNCS champion in Brazil. Now, do keep in mind, it's going to be a little bit confusing, but we have 2 kings at the top of the league. Sundown takes it all home.
And at the end of the day, all hail the king, and the king is from Argentina, or Todo Salve a Rey y es de Argentina. King 5th place at the World Cup, taking it home, and he did it by winning the first 2 matches. However, SNG King turned around and won matches 3 and 5 to put pressure on him. However, King was able to hold on at the end and edge him out
Okay
by
guys, that
just
is enough
2
for today.
points. You can
If you want to
see
watch a rest
Brazil
of
is a
this,
region of
watch
kings,
it
but at
by
the end of
yourself.
the day, the Argentinian one
Oh,
edged out Singularity's
okay.
King from Brazil.
Hope you
can
liked the
see
video.
PH
Like and
is in
subscribe.
just
Use my code
behind the track
Almighty.
there at 3rd as well. Xenix
I
God
don't
in
know, was it
4th
schooling
with
or
50
something?
points. Kadu
I hope
in
you liked the
5th.
video. Peace out.
Phaser,